Have you felt it lately? That slow, creeping change in your legs? Maybe the stairs in your house feel a little taller than they used to. Maybe sitting down is still fine, but getting back up? That's a different story. Or you've started avoiding walks you used to enjoy, not because you want to, but because your legs just don't have the same strength they used to. And you ask yourself, is this just what getting older feels like? Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Weak legs aren't just a part of aging you have to accept. In fact, sometimes, they're not even about age at all. Sometimes, they're a quiet signal from your body, whispering that it's missing something. Something simple. Something you can actually do something about. Now, I want you to think back for a moment. Remember a time when your legs could carry you anywhere. Maybe you used to dance at weddings. Chase after the grandkids. Walk the aisles at your favorite store without thinking twice. You didn't need help. You didn't need to grab the armrest or lean on a cane. Your legs were strong. Steady. Yours. So, let me ask you, where did that strength go? If you're like many older adults, you might think, well, I'm in my 80s. I'm supposed to slow down. But what if I told you, there are people well into their 90s still walking with confidence, some even without walkers, because they gave their body exactly what it needed? What if I told you that a few simple vitamins could make all the difference? Because here's the thing, your legs don't just run on muscle. They run on nutrition. They run on what you feed your body, and when even one key vitamin goes missing, your legs can start to fade. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 essential vitamins that can help keep your legs strong, even at 94. Yes, even at 94. Some of these might surprise you. One might already be in your medicine cabinet right now. But if you're not using it the right way, it could be doing almost nothing. Another one? Most doctors don't even mention it unless you ask. So, stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what your legs may be quietly asking for, and how to give it to them. And hey, before we dive in, I'd love to know. If staying strong and independent is one of your biggest goals, drop a quick comment below that says, "Still walking strong." It's a simple way to let others know they're not alone on this journey. And if you're new here, or just want more honest, heartfelt tips on how to stay healthy in your golden years, go ahead and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This channel is made for you. Alright, let's talk about your legs. And what they've been trying to tell you. Let's start with one of the most powerful, yet most overlooked nutrients when it comes to keeping your legs strong. Vitamin D. Let me tell you about Mr. Harold. He's 87. A quiet man with strong hands and a deep love for his garden. For over 50 years, he started every morning outside, watering the flowers, trimming his hedges, even tending to his vegetables. His neighbors would wave as they passed, always impressed that someone his age was still so active. But last winter, something changed. The cold kept him indoors more than usual. He felt sluggish. His knees felt unstable. And one morning, just walking down the 3 small steps on his porch, his leg gave out. He caught himself, thankfully, but it shook him. He wasn't used to feeling weak. After some tests, his doctor gave him an answer: severely low vitamin D. You see, vitamin D is more than just the sunshine vitamin. It's a muscle and bone booster. It helps your muscles contract the way they're supposed to, and it helps your bones stay dense, strong, and supportive underneath them. Without it, your legs can lose their power. Your bones can become fragile. And your balance? That can slowly slip away without you even realizing it. Now, here's the part most people get wrong. When folks think about bone strength, they think calcium. Milk. Supplements. Maybe even Tums. And yes, calcium is important. But without enough vitamin D in your system, your body can't even absorb calcium properly. It's like pouring water into a cup that has a hole at the bottom. And here's another twist. As we age, our skin gets thinner and less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. So even if you sit by the window or go out in the afternoon sun, it might not be enough. So, what can you do? Well, the good news is, the solution is simple and natural. Spend 15 to 20 minutes in the morning sunlight. Just let the sun gently touch your skin, your face, arms, maybe your legs if it's warm enough. Early morning sun is softer on the skin and helps boost vitamin D levels more safely. No need to overdo it. Just a few minutes a day can make a difference. And if you can't get outside often, or your doctor says your levels are low, ask about a gentle vitamin D3 supplement. It's affordable, easy to take, and when taken in the right amount, it can help bring back some of that strength you thought was gone for good. Mr. Harold? He started taking vitamin D daily and made a habit of sitting on his porch again, even if it was just for a few minutes with his coffee. Within a few weeks, he noticed it. Climbing stairs felt easier. His legs didn't feel so shaky. And his confidence started coming back. Now, I'll be honest. Vitamin D won't fix everything. But without it, your legs are like a chair with one weak leg, unsteady and unreliable. But even if you're getting enough vitamin D, your legs won't carry you far unless the nerves running through them are healthy and sharp. And that's where our next vitamin steps in, one that often goes missing without a single warning sign. Let's talk about it. Let me introduce you to someone, Ethel. She's 92. Sharp as a tack. Lived on her own since her husband passed, and always insisted on doing her own cooking, her own cleaning, even her own laundry. But something changed. It started small. A little tingling in her legs. She brushed it off, thought maybe she had sat too long or that her circulation was acting up again. But then, her feet started feeling numb. She found herself dragging her toes instead of lifting them. Her slippers didn't feel the same. One day, she stumbled, not because she tripped, but because she couldn't feel the edge of the rug beneath her feet. Her daughter brought her in for a checkup, expecting arthritis. Maybe poor circulation. But the answer? Vitamin B12 deficiency. You see, B12 doesn't get the attention it deserves, especially for seniors. But it's absolutely critical. This little vitamin helps protect your nerves, especially the ones that run through your spine, down into your hips, your legs, and all the way to your feet. When B12 levels dip, your nerve fibers begin to lose their ability to send messages properly. That's when you start to feel tingling, buzzing, maybe even sharp, shooting pains. Your legs might feel weak. Or worse. You stop feeling them at all. Here's the tricky part. Most people, and even some doctors, write these symptoms off as normal aging. But they're not. They're warning signs. And in many cases, they're reversible, if you catch the problem early enough and give your body what it needs. Another important thing to know? If you take certain medications, like acid reducers for heartburn or even metformin for diabetes, your body might have a hard time absorbing B12 from food alone. That's because your stomach acid plays a big role in absorbing this vitamin, and when that acid is lowered, so is absorption. So, what can you do? Start with your plate. Eggs, dairy, meat, and fish are natural sources of B12. But for many older adults, that's not enough. That's why sublingual B12 supplements, the kind that melt under your tongue, can be a smart option. They're easy on the stomach, bypass digestion, and go straight into your bloodstream. Ethel? She started taking B12 under her doctor's guidance. Within a few weeks, the tingling faded. Her steps felt steadier. She started walking to the mailbox again without holding onto the walls. Now, she keeps a bottle of B12 on her nightstand, right next to her reading glasses and family photos. You don't have to live with numb feet. You don't have to accept that unsteady feeling as just part of getting older. Sometimes, it's your nerves asking for help. And B12 may be exactly what they need. But strong nerves and solid bones still aren't enough if your joints feel stiff and every movement feels like grinding metal. Let's talk about the vitamin that acts like oil for your joints and muscles. It's one that many people overlook, until it's too late. Let's talk about a feeling you might know all too well. Heavy legs. Not sore. Not injured. Just heavy. Like walking through wet cement. You wake up in the morning, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and they feel like anchors. The first few steps are slow, stiff, even when your mind is ready to start the day, your legs feel like they haven't quite caught up yet. That was Ms. Jean. She's 90. Still sharp, still full of stories, still loves her early morning tea while watching the birds outside her window. But each morning, she struggled just getting from the bedroom to the kitchen. Her daughter thought, well, that's just part of aging. But her doctor? He thought differently. He ran some basic tests. Asked a few simple questions. And then suggested something most people overlook, vitamin E. You might know vitamin E as that skin vitamin, the one in lotions and creams. But inside your body? It does so much more. Especially for your legs. Vitamin E acts like a circulation enhancer. It helps blood flow more freely, especially to the arms and legs, where circulation often slows down with age. When blood flows better, oxygen gets delivered faster to your muscles. And when your muscles get oxygen, they have energy. They move. They lift. They hold you steady. But it doesn't stop there. Vitamin E also protects the very muscle cells that keep you standing. It acts like a shield, guarding them from the slow damage that builds up over time, especially if you're sitting for long periods or not getting as much exercise. Now, here's the thing, many folks assume that if their skin is fine, they're getting enough vitamin E. But this vitamin's most important job isn't on your face, it's in your limbs. It's about stamina. Endurance. That feeling of not giving up halfway through a walk because your legs just don't want to keep going. So, how do you get more of it? You don't need fancy supplements, though in some cases, a small dose one under your doctor's guidance can help. Start with simple, powerful foods, a handful of almonds or sunflower seeds. A spoonful of wheat germ oil if you're feeling adventurous. Or just adding more green veggies like spinach and broccoli into your meals. Little changes like that? They add up. Ms. Jean started snacking on mixed nuts instead of cookies. Her daughter began steaming more greens at dinner. A few weeks later, Jean said something that made her daughter pause. You know, my legs don't feel so heavy anymore. She hadn't changed her routine. Just her nutrients. And here's something to remember, weak legs don't always mean bad joints or brittle bones. Sometimes, it's a circulation problem, and vitamin E might be the missing piece. But even with perfect circulation, your muscles still need something else, energy. The kind of energy that powers every step, every lift, every second you're on your feet. And that's where our next vitamin steps in. It's one that works behind the scenes, but without it, your muscles run out of fuel far too soon. Let's talk about it. You ever feel like just getting from one end of the house to the other feels like climbing a mountain? That was Joe. At 94, Joe was still mentally sharp, loved his crossword puzzles, and made the best oatmeal you've ever tasted. But every time he got up to move, even something simple like walking from the kitchen to the sofa, he'd feel winded. Worn out. Like his legs just didn't want to carry him. His family worried it was his heart. Maybe his lungs. But when the tests came back, the real issue surprised everyone: low vitamin B1. also known as thiamine. Now here's why this matters. Vitamin B1 plays a key role in one of the most important things your body does every single second of every single day, turning food into energy. It's like the spark plug in a car. No matter how much fuel you've got, without that spark, your engine doesn't go anywhere. And in your body? That spark is what powers your muscles. Especially the ones in your legs. When you're low on B1, your legs start feeling heavy. Sluggish. Slow. Even if you've eaten well, your muscles can't convert that fuel into motion. That's why some seniors feel drained after doing what used to be simple things, standing up, walking to the mailbox, even just shifting positions in a chair. But here's a big misconception: most people think energy vitamins are for athletes. For runners, or gym-goers, or people with busy work lives. But what about the energy it takes just to stay steady on your feet? To move from the bed to the bathroom without falling? To make it through the day without feeling like your legs are giving up before your mind does? Seniors need energy too. Not to run marathons, but to hold on to independence. To stay mobile. To stay you. And the good news? Boosting B1 isn't complicated. Start with whole grains, like oatmeal, brown rice, or whole wheat toast. Add in legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas. If appetite or digestion is an issue, a B-complex vitamin might help, but it's always best to check with your doctor before starting supplements. Joe started small. He swapped out his white bread for whole grain. Added lentil soup to his lunch. His daughter found a gentle B-complex that was easy on his stomach. A few weeks later, something changed. He stopped asking for help to get up from the sofa. He started making his own tea again. And one morning, he even walked outside to check the mailbox, unassisted. Sometimes, it's not about strength or stamina. It's about spark. And vitamin B1? That little spark might be just what your legs need to come back to life. But here's the thing, even with strong bones, healthy nerves, good circulation, and energy, you're not fully protected. Because there's one more invisible enemy that works silently over time. And it causes pain, stiffness, and damage in your muscles and joints without you even knowing. That enemy is inflammation, and the next vitamin we'll talk about? It's one of your body's best defenses against it. Let's take a look. Let me tell you about Dolores. She's 88, sharp as a tack, and still insists on doing her own laundry, no matter how many times her granddaughter offers to help. But lately, she noticed something that just didn't sit right. After a short walk to the corner store, her legs felt sore. Not just tired, sore. And then came the bruises. One on her shin. Another near her knee. She couldn't remember bumping into anything. Her family thought maybe her blood pressure medicine was to blame. Or maybe her skin was just thinning with age. But a simple test revealed something else: Dolores was low in vitamin C. Now, we all think of vitamin C as the cold and flu vitamin. The orange juice go-to. But what most people don't realize is, vitamin C is also one of your body's best repair tools. Here's how. Vitamin C is absolutely essential for making collagen, that springy, flexible protein that helps build your joints, muscles, tendons, even your skin. Think of collagen like the scaffolding that holds your body together. Without enough of it, tissues break down faster than they can be repaired. That's why Dolores was bruising so easily. Her blood vessels were fragile. Her muscles couldn't bounce back after simple movement. And soreness? That's your body's way of crying out for help: I'm trying to heal, but I don't have the tools I need. Without vitamin C, recovery slows. Mobility stiffens. And every bump, twist, or stretch leaves a bigger mark. So, if you've been feeling like your body takes a little too long to bounce back, if walks leave your legs feeling sore longer than they should, vitamin C might be the missing link. Here's the best part. It's easy to find. You don't need expensive supplements. Just look to nature. Add a little more citrus, an orange or some grapefruit in the morning. A few slices of red bell pepper in your salad. Even strawberries in your oatmeal. If food isn't appealing, or digestion is tricky, a simple low-dose chewable vitamin C can go a long way. Just make sure to run it by your doctor first. Dolores made a few small changes. Swapped her toast for fruit in the mornings. Added some lemon slices to her water. After a month, her bruises faded faster. Her legs didn't feel as sore after her walks. And most of all, she felt stronger. Like her body wasn't just aging, it was healing. But even with muscles repairing, bones still matter. And this next vitamin? Most people haven't even heard of it. Yet it might be the game changer your legs have been waiting for. Let me introduce you to vitamin K2. Robert was 91. Had taken calcium supplements for years. He was doing everything he was told to do for his bones. Yet his legs still felt stiff. Weak. Unsteady. He couldn't understand why. Then his new doctor asked him something unusual. Are you taking vitamin K2 with that calcium? Robert blinked. What's that? Turns out, vitamin K2 is the calcium director. Think of it like a traffic cop in your body. When you take in calcium, K2 tells it where to go, into your bones, where it belongs, not into your arteries, where it can cause stiffness or worse. Without K2, calcium can pile up in the wrong places. It doesn't reach your legs the way it should. That's why so many seniors take calcium faithfully, but still suffer from weak bones and tight, aching legs. And yet, no one talks about it. K2 is found in fermented foods like natto, a traditional Japanese dish, not exactly a regular on most Western menus. But luckily, you can now find supplements that pair vitamin D3 and K2 together. It's a gentle, powerful combo that helps calcium do its job, and keeps your legs strong from the inside out. Robert started taking that combo. Slowly, the stiffness eased. He could stand up more easily. Even take a few more steps than before without wobbling. And for the first time in years, he said he felt like the calcium was finally working. So, if you've been taking vitamins, doing everything right, and your legs still don't feel steady, maybe the problem isn't what you're missing. It's what you're misplacing. And vitamin K2? It might just be that missing piece. Because here's the truth. When your legs start to weaken, it's not always just age. It could be your body quietly asking for help. Help that comes in the form of simple, powerful nutrients, vitamins that fuel you, protect you, repair you, and help you rise stronger every single day. Watching your legs grow weaker, it's not just about muscle or age. It's personal. You remember a time, not so long ago, when walking was second nature. When you didn't have to think twice about going to the kitchen, or bending down to tie your shoes, or climbing those front steps without gripping the railing. Maybe you used to garden all day. Or dance a little when your favorite song came on. Maybe walking the dog was your daily joy. Or just pacing around the living room while chatting on the phone made you feel alive. But now? Maybe 5 minutes on your feet feels like a marathon. Maybe you've caught yourself hesitating before getting up from a chair, just in case. And that can be heartbreaking. Because no one talks about this kind of change. No one warns you that losing strength in your legs doesn't just affect how you move, it affects how you feel about yourself. It can chip away at your confidence. Make you second-guess your independence. It can make the world feel a little smaller. A little less safe. And the worst part? You start to wonder. Is this just how it is now? But here's the thing I need you to hear, and believe, weakness doesn't mean failure. It doesn't mean you're done. Sometimes, it's just your body sending a message. A quiet request for something it's missing. A nudge to pay attention, to give it what it needs, not give up on it. Maybe it's vitamin D, silently slipping away during long winters indoors. Maybe it's B12, drained by medications or digestion changes. Maybe it's a lack of C or K2, nutrients you never even thought to ask about. But those gaps? They can be filled. And here's your turning point, today. Take one small step. Look at the back of your multivitamin bottle. Ask your doctor about that tingling in your toes. Notice how your legs feel when you walk, and honor that feeling. Your body is still talking. Are you listening? Because even at 94, yes, even at 94, your legs can still get stronger. Not like a teenager's, no. But stronger in the way that matters, enough to carry you to the mailbox. Enough to hold you steady when you hug your grandchild. Enough to help you move through your days with peace instead of fear. You've walked through a lifetime, through love, loss, laughter, change. You've carried more than most people will ever understand. And you still deserve to walk forward, with dignity. With balance. With strength. So don't count yourself out. Don't give in to the lie that it's too late. Because strength doesn't disappear overnight, and it doesn't return overnight either. But it can return. Bit by bit. Step by step. Vitamin by vitamin. And you're already on the path. So, to recap, gently, clearly, just to make sure it all stays with you. We talked about 6 essential vitamins. Each one with its own powerful role in keeping your legs strong, your steps steady, and your confidence high. Vitamin D, the muscle and bone booster that helps you stay upright and balanced. Vitamin B12, the nerve protector, so you can keep feeling your feet beneath you. Vitamin E, for circulation and stamina, helping your legs feel less heavy and more alive. Vitamin B1, or thiamine, to fuel your muscles with the energy they need to move you through your day. Vitamin C, to repair, restore, and keep your joints and tissues flexible. And finally, vitamin K2, the unsung hero that tells calcium where to go, helping strengthen your bones without stiffening your blood vessels. Each of these, they work together like a team. And when even one of them is missing, your legs can feel it. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these vitamins are already part of your routine? Or, which one caught you off guard, maybe something you'd never considered before? Leave a comment below, share your story. You never know who else might read it and feel less alone. Maybe someone your age is struggling quietly, thinking it's just old age, until your words remind them to look deeper. That's the power of shared wisdom. And this channel? That's what we're all about. So, if you found this video helpful, if it gave you hope, or clarity, or even just a reason to check your supplement shelf, tap that like button. And subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. Every day, we talk through simple, science-backed ways to help you take charge of your health, without the overwhelm. No big medical talk. No fear tactics. Just clear guidance. Real stories. And gentle support to help you live wiser, and stronger. Because these years you're in, they matter. You matter. So, thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for caring about your body. Thank you for believing that it's never too late to get stronger, even if it's just one step at a time. Stay curious. Stay kind to yourself. And most of all, stay walking strong. I'll see you in the next video.